Kindly call all the models, line up please.
Bench is one of the brands that I really look up to.
Ever since I was a kid, Bench was my favorite brand.
It's also a very large, big platform where everyone can showcase themselves.
This year is a lot bigger than last year.
Super nervous but excited and really happy to be part of the show.
It's a dream come true.
Bench is all Filipino.
I love how Bench evolved as an empire, not just here locally but also internationally.
It's always been at the forefront of fashion. So I'm really, excited that a local brand is at par with international brands as well. So that's really something to be proud of as a Filipino.
I like Bench products kasi pwede mo siyang ulit-ulitin. Hindi siya nawawala sa panahon. So it's basic and it's very affordable also and it's nice.
The vibe that Bench gives, it's very fresh and young. I think that's what makes it very unique.
Yung variety ng ng mga damit nila kasi iba-iba talaga. So you could really mix and match everything that they have.
Ang daming styles na nagki-cater not just for millennials, not just for young, also for adults. So para na siyang isang napakalaking empire na one-stop shop.
Bench did not start as a small store. It started as a hangar type of business. In fact, the nice thing about Bench that when they got me as an endorser for my first shoot with them, even Benchan didn't know who I was. Ako naman, hindi ko alam, ano ba yung Bench na apparel? I was a very young actor then. I was beginning. Then Bench also was not yet established at the time. Parang sabay na lang kami lumaki. And then for a few years, magkasama kami na gumagawa ng mga projects together. I grew up with Bench and so did Bench. And then the people liked it. They liked the brand, they liked the image.
I always get a variety of answers. Some people say it's about the hair gel that they used this morning, or it's Richard Gomez's rowing ad. All through these years, it has evolved to many different personalities or relevance to people. It is not just a store that sells t-shirts. It's a platform for young creatives. It's a multifaceted brand, and it's a testament to how the brand is able to evolve as the world changes too.
It's really cool and it's really nice to see them grow as a brand, and it's cool that Bench gives their endorsers the opportunity to work with not only talented designers but talented photographers as well, makeup artists and hairstylists. So it's really the whole package with Bench.
Bench is actually my first endorsement ever. Fulfilling experience that they trusted me. They're the first brand that trusted me. They're really giving a chance to all aspiring artists and to all artists who started from the bottom talaga. That's why I love Bench, because they're really open to everyone. They're open to talented people and to people who are just really willing to strive hard.
Bench Fashion Week started because we wanted to provide a platform for our local brands and our international brands and young creatives. I think Bench has enough experience. Through the years, it has done many landmark shows, and it has also participated in international fashion weeks like New York and Tokyo. So there's always a learning that you can bring back to your own country, and hopefully a good number of Filipinos will also enjoy such kind of privilege.
It is special because it champions the artistry, the creativity, and the fashion sense of the Filipino artists. It really heralds to the world what we're capable of coming up with. Of course, it's exciting. I mean, it's been a while since I last walked, but it was also for a Bench production. But this is different because I'm walking with my daughter. That's one thing nice about Bench. It's always in tune. They're always striving to find new talents, new designers, something who can bring fresher perspective into the fashion scene. Bench has always been at the heart of this all in this effort to give importance, to give limelight, the spotlight to these unknown yet talents. And through these fashion shows, Bench becomes an instrument into their success and into their voice in fashion, and thereby giving them a bright future and a bright future for Philippine fashion.
When the young people are given an opportunity to step up, especially in the fashion industry, I think it would be a great opportunity for them to grow and to be known and to advocate Philippine fashion.
You're also supporting the young designers that are working hard and tap into a very creative mind.
The Philippines has so many great talents, designers, artists. We have so much great stuff within our country, and just being able to wear the biggest brand coming from our country, again, it's a dream come true, and I love everything that Bench stands for.
Bench has influenced the local fashion scene in a variety of ways. I think it's also a testament on how the founder, Ben Chan, is really a staunch Filipino.
Ben's a very nice person, he's very quiet, he's a fun person to be with, and he's a person who looks after you. It has been family already.
Ben is a very, as a person, he's very warm. As a businessman, he's a visionary.
Tito Ben is very humble. He's Ben Chan. He's like the biggest person here ever to exist. Pero he's really humble. So sobrang down to earth. He's like a dad to us. Inaalagaan niya talaga kaming lahat na Bench babies, and saludo ako sa kanya.
Gusto niyang tinatawag siya ng tito, and gusto niya lahat ng endorser niya is parang family.
Working with Ben Chan, I'm reminded of 3 words that best describe him. One is that he is such a nationalist, a patriot, and a very proud Filipino. To champion what is local, to support a lot of Filipino creatives is always admirable, because it is not his duty, but he feels responsible for helping local fashion and the local design community make itself relevant to a young generation. The second word that always reminds me of him is that he is a risk taker, because for him to evolve the brand takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of manpower, a lot of resources. And lastly, I think he is a man who's got a big heart, because you cannot really fake passion, you cannot strategize it, you cannot make a business plan and make a brand successful if you don't have the heart for it. The preparations that we do for Bench Fashion Week is similar to all the other Fashion Week preparations all over the world. We spend a good amount of time scouting who are the exciting new designers that we could feature this season. And of course, we do a casting where hundreds of people go, and we try to tailor fit each personality to the brand that is showing.
What makes Bench Fashion Week so special just gets the best people, endorsers, and models from all around the world.
There's a lot more people contributing to the fashion show this year, and I think this year is gonna be fun and hopefully more of a party vibe, and hopefully a lot more people show up.
The preparations that we do for Bench Fashion Week is similar to all the other Fashion Week preparations all over the world. We spend a good amount of time scouting who are the exciting new designers that we could feature this season. And of course, we do a casting where hundreds of people go, and we try to tailor fit each personality to the brand that is showing. Of course, the longest preparation is really in preparing the collections. Kasi what is a fashion show without great clothes? So what we always try to do is add a bit of excitement on the runway. So sometimes that includes adding celebrities, because they can add instant recognition to, say, an unknown designer or to a new brand. And we always try to find a look of the moment. Like every moment, there's a kind of look that speaks to the times. So we try to find that through our castings. We have models who've been in retirement for decades and now are making a comeback. We've also had, parents entrust their, say, 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids that Bench Fashion Week is their first foray into the fashion world. Rafi is one of the Filipino designers who've made quite a name in the international scene by being an accessories designer. So his collaboration with Bench is composed of both apparel and bags. We never get access to his clothes now, but through the collaboration, it became available again after so many years.
The first collaboration really happened over lunch. We were having lunch and, Ben is a man of a lot of ideas and he essentially said, we should do something together. And I was like, sure, why not? 2 weeks later, I get a proposal and I'm like, oh, this is really happening. And then we kind of talked about the idea of me doing ready-to-wear again because I used to do ready-to-wear. And I thought beyond accessories, why not do clothing? And not just for me, but like men's and women's accessories, to make it more interesting. And he said, sure, let's do it. They make it so easy. I designed everything, I sent it to them, and before you know it, like weeks later, they sent me back the samples for me to do the correction. It's really been a painless process. The collection this year was really based on my trip to Siargao. And I just love the vibe. I loved all these surfers. I didn't even know you could surf in the Philippines. It was just like everything was new to me. And our islands are beautiful. Let's talk about stuff that's Filipino, whether it's gumamelas or the Pinoy surfers or, a play on words. Let's bring it back to our puns, so to speak, and let's have fun with it.
Done a runway before with Rafi. Iba yung brain niya, sobrang out of the box sobrang trendsetter siya. It's really comfortable if you're gonna wear it. Very laid back and simple.
I've noticed there's a lot of florals involved. So in the Philippines, there's a lot of nature involved. So I guess he put that in his clothes by the floral designs.
It's very colorful, tapos it's very lively, it's very bright.
It's very fun and hip. Parang Gen Z and millennials would love it, lalo na ngayong summer.
Pictorial pa lang, I feel so comfortable na in this Rafi collection kasi lahat loose. Lalo na tayo ngayon, we want easy to wear clothes, yung hindi ka na mahihirapan but still stylish. You can wear anytime, anywhere, or ito nga, swimsuit lang siya and you can wear with a loose A-pants. So, I'm happy na umabot ako today kasi so sobrang traffic, parang akala ko hindi na ako abot. Pero good thing nakasama ako sa celebration. So, I'm happy. I feel very honored and proud to represent Bench, one of the biggest clothing brand in the Philippines, and I'm very happy to be part of this fashion week.
I'm overwhelmed with happiness, overwhelmed with joy, or I'm humbled at the amount of love and support, and it's just incredible to be here. Perfectly done. It's so the production level is like this is Fashion Week. It really is Fashion Week, and that's just exciting.
Generation now is the future, and we have such a creative mind. We have our generation have creative minds. Their visions and their creativeness coming to life.
Bench has been helping upcoming Filipino fashion designers really create a name for themselves. So that's why Bench Fashion Week is so important.
For me, what makes it unique and special, it's always, there's this hashtag that Bench uses every time. It's love local. And I think that's what Bench is all about. Our local designers, collaborating with them, come up with an even more interesting local stuff that we can be proud of to showcase not just here in the Philippines but also abroad.
The generation now is the future, and we have such a creative mind. We have our generation have creative minds. Their visions and their creativeness coming to life.
Bench has been helping upcoming Filipino fashion designers really create a name for themselves. So that's why Bench Fashion Week is so important.
Bench Design Awards was conceived because Ben Chan, the founder, always has this feeling of responsibility about doing projects to help the local fashion industry. And one of them is really to discover young talent and injecting new flavor to our design scene. So that's why Bench Design Awards was born, to search for new voices, new visions in the local fashion design scene. Seth Bagasao belongs to the first batch that Bench sponsored to show in Paris, and Renz Reyes and Ched Studio were the winners of last year's Bench Design Awards.
My first show actually was in Tokyo, which was supported by Bench. That was a highlight of my career as a designer. And the next show that I did was so this is actually my first show here in Manila. I'm very happy to be showcasing my collection and my brand to the Filipino audience. I felt really good because it's a privilege to be a part of the Bench Fashion Week because, you know, their lineup for the past years has been really good, and now that I'm part of it, it really felt good. I'm very humbled actually. Actually, my collection is all about the Bagasao women, and it's all about the femininity, the softness, but really strong personality. Basically, that's the inspiration for my collection.
I've joined the Bench Design Awards last year and I won. That led me to showing my collection at Tokyo Fashion Week. When the new Bench Fashion Week came, they invited me to showcase another new collection with them. My collection is titled Farmhouse. It's mostly inspired by the Bauhaus graphic design movement. So it's mostly geometric lines and linear motifs, but I mixed it with a rural/provincial take on sensuality.
For this season, we really wanted to continue our last year's inspiration, which is focused on Filipiniana. We wanted to give it a more wider definition. Even though that it doesn't look like a barong or a baratsaya or a terno, it is Filipiniana because a Filipino designer made it. And there's a Filipino inspiration behind it. So it doesn't have to be too obvious. It doesn't have to be literal take on the iconic silhouettes or iconic garments.
Bench has been giving a lot of opportunities to young designers, and I think credit has to be given also to its visionary, Ben Chan, because of the many projects that he has lined up. I always look at him as a risk taker because he always bankrolls a lot of projects. Does he really need to have a competition for that young designers? Not really, but for him to put his love, his money, his brand's resources to that is a great proof of how staunch a nationalist he is.
Very important to cater to a lot of different women, to all kinds and all shapes of women. So I am very proud that Bench and Kashika is doing it.
We're in an age of inclusivity already, so it's not anymore about the supermodel era, it's not anymore about the 90s wave. No, it's celebrating women of every kind, of every size, of every temper, of every style, of every culture.
We have a lineup of women's brands. For local brands, there's Kashika. For international brands, there's Assembly. So we just feel that there is a specific market that speaks to women. That's why we created this special day just for them. This is the first time that Mark Baumgartner is showcasing his collection for Bench Fashion Week. Season after season, we try to find designers that have that very feminine aesthetic that speak to women. Mark Baumgartner has that gift of color and proportion and knowing how to make romantic dresses for women. So this is a good partnership with him for this day specific to women fashion.
This is actually going to be the first fashion show for Baumgartner Studios. It's my ready-to-wear line that I launched. So it's a whole range from clothes to shoes to exotic leather goods and jewelry. I created 2 prints. One is kind of like a beach vibe print. The print is fun and because you can see like not just the beach and the water, but people, umbrellas, people laying down on like towels and stuff. So it's very playful. And the next print is like a little more like on the floral abstract part. So that's more for the older women. But yeah, the collection's a very, very wide range of outfits from day wear to sort of cocktail evening wear.
What I love about this collection is that people associate Mark Baumgartner with ball gowns, and with this collection, Baumgartner Studios, it showcases that he's capable of doing something else. So you don't need to go to Mark Baumgartner just when you're getting married. You can go to him when you have an event or for something that you want every day. So he bridges the gap between quality and everyday.
Well, fashion can empower anyone, not just women. It's all about the attitude that they feel, or it's something that they feel when they put the right clothes on, I'd like to think more of like, if you dress up to kind of feel happy or feel confident, like if you're going to work, you're going out to party, you're going to some like an interview or something. I think it's very different, but it doesn't have to be like, an expensive item. You know what I mean? It can be anything, any type of garment that makes you feel good. I have no idea what we're gonna do in the future. I said yes to this because I want my brand to be in the platform that they provide, which is the Bench Fashion Week. I think it's good for any brand here locally to be part of it. So this is actually the start of my journey with Bench.
I was excited to join because it's a very good platform to show your collection, your ideas. Since I'm doing mostly couture, I was doing a lot of studies to make it more ready to wear. I get nostalgic when I think of Bench because we started at the same year, 1987. So for my collection today, I have a sort of little homages to Bench. I have some tailored pieces where I embroidered the numbers 87 since Bench started in 1987, and I also started my career in 87. I have ruffle details. I'm using a lot of black with touches of cream and yellow. I try to show the woman's figure. It's for empowered women.
What makes Bench Fashion Week also special is that iconic models who've done 3 decades, 4 decades of runway shows, and this is their comeback. So I think to bring people, irregardless of age, irregardless of gender, irregardless of body shape, is an exciting opportunity, and it speaks to the times now. And way before it has become really fashionable, I think Bench Fashion Week has already become a platform for a diverse set of people, whether models or designers or visions.
The way they stage the shows are really world class. Bench is already to be known around the world, so global, so that makes Bench world class.
We're very glad to be walking with the younger ones, di ba?
I'm really happy that Bench is able to come up with designs and styles and a collection that caters to women of all ages and sizes, most especially kasi Kashika is not just for, the model-esque type of women, but yun nga, our age group, and it's something really refreshing.
Diversity is good, no? So the audience gets to see the different types of women, different body types, different colors, beautiful colors of the woman. It will be a sight to behold for everyone to see different kinds of beauty.
We're in an age of inclusivity already, so it's not anymore about the supermodel era, it's not anymore about the 90s wave. No, it's celebrating women of every kind, of every size, of every temper, of every style, of every culture. And that's what Kashika is all about. There's something in Kashika for every woman out there.
Ang ganda ng growth ng Kashika, and I'm happy that I'm part of their journey. Na yun dati, kung mas refined lang, less sporty, ngayon they're growing into something that everybody could wear. So, I am very proud that Bench and Kashika is doing it.
Super tropical. I felt like dancing kasi lang di ako marunong sumayaw. But yun, nice colors, very summer, very refreshing.
I just met Sir Ben and I've been working with this team for a few months now. They're very professional, very sweet, very kind, and it's really an honor for me to be with a brand like that and a leader like that and what they've done here. And I hope I can be a good role model for the Bench users out there.
One of the great things about the company of Bench is that it tries to create a local brand that is comparable to the best of the world and tries to bring it worldwide. At the same time, and inversely, it tries to get a lot of the international brands and bring them back here. So it creates a kind of reciprocal relationship, bringing what is local to the international scene and bringing international brands to the Philippines. That's why we are glad to put side by side these local brands like Bench and Human and Kashika, side by side with Cotton On from Australia, American Eagle from the US, Assembly from many different countries. Bench recently launched Bench Active. If you notice, a lot of people now wear athletic gear, whether they go to the gym or from gym to the bar or from gym to everyday life. I think there is no better endorser for Bench Active than, exceptional athletes who've shown their excellence in the field of sports. For the first time in the Philippines, 2 Olympic medalists, Arthur Nori, who is a bronze medalist for men's floor exercises for gymnastics. He's from Brazil. And Connor Dwyer, who is an Olympic gold medalist from the US.
I just met Sir Ben and I've been working with this team for a few months now. They're very professional, very sweet, very kind, and it's really an honor for me to be with a brand like that and a leader like that and what they've done here. And I hope I can be a good role model for the Bench users out there.
When they sent me the invitation, I searched on the internet about the Bench, and I saw the
the clothing, the light, it's like for me, and I think they are so beautiful, it's uncomfortable, very aligned, and especially in bench activity in sport, the very light shorts, and that's good for training, and also it's easy to care.
I'm wearing a sporty look, so it's really comfortable. It's really good for like warming up before I hit the gym, so it's perfect for me.
It was always my dream din eh. Dati, lagi ako nabubuli na payat. Ngayon, I'm here na sa Bench Fashion Week and maglalakad ako with other celebrities na sobrang magaganda yung katawan. So I am very proud of myself na na-reach ko yung gantong moment.
Everyone's super pumped, and like everybody's gorgeous, and like everything that we're wearing is beautiful, so it's awesome.
Very pleasant experience, and I'm very happy to be here.
Every year, iba yung aura, iba yung theme. So, na-excite ako dahil parang first time lagi.
Ever since I started buying from Bench Swimwear, lagi nang yan ang swimwear brand ko. So, I'm actually always excited sa mga bagong designs nila.
I'm super happy and always honored na, obviously, Bench is like a top brand in the Philippines. So, sobrang blessed ko lang na I'm part of it.
Siyempre, I'm very happy kasi I'm a mom and I'm gonna wear a bikini, and then, it feels good na kahit mommy ka na at may asawa ka na, you can still show your body and kaya mong patunayan na you can be sexy pa rin.
Well, parang this is something that like for me, na parang you prepared for this one, not only just for a week or what, but something na talaga nilook forward mo, that you prepare for almost a month.
Yeah, super tropical. I felt like dancing kasi lang di ako marunong sumayaw. But yun, nice colors, very summer, very refreshing. And I like also how the cuts this season are quite high.
Hindi naman lahat achieve ng ganitong kalaking chance to be such a part of the model ng Bench. They helped me out in my career and sobrang nakatulong sila sa career ko nga, and I just want to be grateful for it and stick with them for a long time and show the people that Bench is actually a good brand.
Tsaka talaga, live local, love local.
Yes, correct.
And it's more fun in the Philippines.
Of course.
It always inspires me to do Bench Fashion Week because it produces a lot of creative interpretations and inspirations for me, and I would always really want to do this because it also helps a lot of designers. It showcases what Filipino fashion is all about.
So I love that Bench for the first time has swimwear. And I'm so excited that they also got Olympians to showcase how wonderful the collection is. I think Bench is such a legendary when it comes to clothing and casual wear. It has elevated and really promoted Philippine fashion and putting the Philippine natural resources on the swimwear. So I'm excited to wear it.
I think the show is amazing. I mean, I saw a few of my friends. I love the designs. I think for spring, it's actually just the perfect match for spring, really.
What makes them unique right now is that hindi lang yung about
fashion, parang nilagyan nila ng about sa Philippines, like the beauty and the culture of the Philippines. Parang pinakita nila at promote dito sa bench.
The celebrities, parang all-star cast talaga kapag nagra-ramp for bench. And ako talaga na-pressure talaga ako kasi I really need to cope up with the other celebrities and the models. So there's a lot of pressure pero I had fun doing it. It's really, it's inspiring. Lalo na sa mga nagsistart, nag-aspire to be an artist like them. Maganda ang future nila sa bench. And maganda ang exposure nila sa bench.
Hindi naman lahat nakaka-achieve ng ganitong kalaking chance to be such a part of the model ng bench. They helped me out in my career and sobrang nakatulong sila sa career ko nga, and I just want to be grateful for it and stick with them for a long time and show the people that bench is actually a good brand. Pangmasa, not that mahal, but with a good style. I really like that because people are like, ay, magandang damit yan, mahal yan. Pero hindi naman laging ganun kasi sa bench, maganda, mura pa.
Yung pangarap ko parang next Richard Gomez, parang gano'n yung nasa harap ng bench tower, gano'n.
Looking forward na maraming ganitong collaborations. Siguro kung meron ako one particular project, siguro next time bench body. Yan yung gusto ko parang feeling ko kasi iba pag na bench body ka na nila. But siguro slowly but surely, kailangan mag-workout. Yun talaga yung isa sa pangarap ko
I feel really grateful to be part of the annual Bench Fashion Week. They really did jumpstart my career as a model. They raised my premium right after I signed with them. I just feel so blessed that Bench has opened so many doors for me as well as a model, as an actress, and as friends. Like, they're really, really good people both.
Mr. Chen and his team is very kind and professional, and I'm so honored and thankful for being part of the bench family.
I really believe na Bench is the brand na nag-elevate ng fashion dito sa Philippines. Kasi pag sinabi mong bench, alam mo nang kilala yun eh. Kaya for the moment na nalaman ko na magiging endorser ako ng bench, I was like, na-excite po ako.
As a brand, it represents what is Filipino now, and what is Filipino now is a mixture of all styles and inspirations from all over the world that we use to our own.
Of course, Bench is a global brand and isa sa pinaka-sikat sa Pilipinas. So, I was overwhelmed with pumili ako. And hanggang ngayon, andito pa rin ako kasi grabe mag-alaga ang Bench.
I've been their endorser since 2007. Si Sir Ben, sobrang down-to-earth niya talaga ng tao. Parang hindi siya si Ben Chan when you talk to him. You can really look up to a person who has great achievements yet really humble. So isa yun si Sir Ben.
A lot of people are about showing what's out there, but instead Ben Chan decides of showcasing the talent and every creativity we have here in the Philippines. So that's what I love, because he really lives by the Love Local hashtag. I've always looked up to him because he's really a self-made man. I think everyone wants to be him, and despite of everything he's done, it's nice to have someone like that we can look up to and that is so down to earth.
I'm very grateful to Mr. Ben Chan because if you see the swimwear, it shows all the scenes all over the Philippines. Siquijor, Camiguin. The Department of Tourism is so grateful to Ben Chan for showing the beauty of the Philippines.
Bench has become much bigger than just a t-shirt brand. Now it serves so many of our needs, whether through a salon, through a cafe, through books, through movies, through shows like this, through competitions. And only time will tell how it will evolve again in the next 5 years or 10 years. I think what makes it number one right now, its ability to be amorphous, its ability to change and to grow and to become something for everyone. We know that it's a very resilient Filipino brand. I mean, if I were to sum it up, I look at it as a brand from the Philippines made for the world.
The past 3 days, even promoting the young designer, the young Filipino designer. Like there was JC and 3 young winners.
Saka ano talaga, live local, love local.
Yes, correct.
And it's more fun in the Philippines.
Of course, let's all promote the Philippines.